everybody else working for me. Now here's where the kicker comes. He runs off on Brit because he realized he can get it from you for this cheaper than the number that Brit's paying him for. Okay? So he runs off, comes directly to you. Now I still lost my money on this because Brit's short on you and you just supplied him, so Brit don't have a client to supply.
It sounds like somebody capitalized.
Hold on, but it's not the capitalization. I just made an inner circle triangle problem.
Oh, but the question is, was it?
But how do I fix this solution from my end?
Starring Timothy Ron, Cool Cam, Brittany Carter, TK, D. This local, ungrateful.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have Queen Brittany, TK, Cool Kev, and Timothy Raw, and we are Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and tell me what you think about this episode. And of course, we have a guest. I want you to be able to introduce yourself. What's your name, Chief?
D. I got the pleasure to introduce. That's my homeboy D. Known him over 10 years.
All right.
Good partner of mine. If anybody know me as D. Glad to have him on.
All righty.
Welcome, King D.
Yeah, nice to be here. Thank you, Queen.
Can you come over just a little bit?
Yeah, I ain't gonna bite you, man. I ain't gonna bite you. I go ahead. Go ahead, scoot. Yeah. I ain't gonna bite you, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, scoot over a little bit, TK. Yeah. Where you from, Chief?
Chicago, born and raised.
Oh, it makes sense now. See, we was talking about some real shit behind the cameras. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes. Okay, it makes sense. All right. So I want to talk about the subject matter at hand, right? I want us to talk about helping those who do not help you, or you know for a fact that don't help you. I want to talk about that. I had a lot of everybody looking at me all sideways, like, I don't know. That's a terrible subject. That's a good subject. You know what I mean? But have you ever been in that situation where you actually helping somebody and you know deep down inside they ass don't deserve that shit? Think about it. You've been there. You bought them a gift. They're like, you bought me this? Like, what? Ungrateful ass motherfuckers. And you know who the hell you are. That's what I'm going to talk about. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. What you think, TK?
I've been through it. I'm going through it right now. Actually, we was in the parking lot talking about a situation, man. Me doing something out the kindness of my heart for somebody else, and them telling me, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. I got you." I'm like, all right, well, handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then come to find out, they out here got other people bad, triggering with other people money. Hey. Do what you got to do. I mean, I'm not going to put nobody on no fire. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business how you got to handle it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you got over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to get back at some point.
Yeah, and that's the thing about, that's what it is for me 100% of the time. It's like, you can't escape the energy. But when I think about the subject at hand of doing something and people not reciprocating back, I think about why people really do the shit that we do. Like, why do we? What is your reason for overextending, or what was the intention? Because a lot of times, so if I'm doing something for somebody now, it's really just me doing something for somebody. I don't have an expectation.
Right, that part.
But it's because of my past experience. I've learned, yeah, you can do stuff for people, but you can't be expecting something in return, right?
Right.
But when you say like reciprocating for people and not getting it back, to me, that's like, I got like this group of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, be not our main, you know, but say it's me. And per example, last night, we in here, I'm giving, Kev giving, you giving, TK giving. And by the time we leave, I'm charged. How you feel, TK? When you left last night? Yeah. How you felt, Tim?
I ain't gonna lie, that was a dope episode.
We felt good.
To
Kev, we were charged, but it's because these are people that we are constantly reciprocating back and forth to each other.
Facts.
So to me, it's more so of choosing when to give to
Okay,
somebody
that makes
who's
sense.
not reciprocating back, because it's your everyday people and then it's your sometimes people, right?
Right.
I can't
Okay, okay.
overgive to a motherfucker every day. Because if I'm
You're gonna be a
giving,
dead battery
right,
at that point.
I call
Yeah.
it going in the negative.
Yeah.
It's my bank account. Like this body is my emotional bank account. So if I'm giving, and it's nothing being added to the balance, eventually I'm gonna go in the negative, and they're staying afloat because I'm putting in their bank and they ain't putting shit in mine.
Maybe I'm just trying to, talk about like the situation where the ungrateful people. You know how you
So
get
it's the sometimes people.
Yeah.
But them same faces that
this
you see going up, you're gonna have to see
ungrateful,
them same faces when they come back down. Like,
That shit
hey,
gonna
pride
always
is a
come back, bro.
motherfucker.
Y'all
Pride
looking-
will kill you.
Pride is the devil.
But you're missing a key fact of that, though. It's not even just the ungrateful people. This is a learned state of the mind that people interact. You're going to find more people like that. Out of the 8 out of 10 Americans, you're going to find like that where they turn around and it's like, yo, I'm going to get mine, bro. And if you got a little way I can get a play, it's okay. You're going to turn the other cheek. That's what I was saying earlier about the whole, in America, bro, 8 out of 10 people believe that everybody is trying to be a Christian in some way. Even if you identify as a Muslim, they believe that you got good faith and you're going to try to do the best intentions out of good free will to that person. Now, when you talk about it as in the fact of, okay, so if you do something,
right,
and I need to come up, time's hard, I missed paying my bill, I tricked off this little money, I'm gonna call Tim up. Yo, Tim got a good job, he got kids, he got podcasts, he got bread. He good. He don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this little $50 from Tim real quick. You give it to me, bro. I ain't gonna pay Tim back. Tim ain't worried about it. I don't need to pay
but that's
Tim
the
back.
part, I ain't gonna lie. That's the part.
But that's the bullshit.
You hit the nail though. I'm not worried about it. You hit the nail. You can't be worried about it. To those who be giving out with the expectation to get something back, that's the danger.
The expectation is when you get mad.
Right.
The fuck?
Right.
It's when you have an expectation and that shit ain't met and now you pissed. I expected you to pay me back, motherfucker.
Right. My expectation is if the shoe was on the other foot, would you
do it for me?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm old school with it. I just want to stay in your face and say, God gonna bless me. Don't worry, motherfucker. God gonna bless me. Hey, I ain't worried about it. That little chump chain Charles. I ain't worried about that chump chain Charles.
But karma's a bitch though. Karma is a bitch. Like my whole thing, and I'm the pettiest motherfucker here. I ain't gonna lie.
Karma can be a bitch.
I'm the pettiest. I'm the pettiest. Sister done bought me a Vizzy. Prime example, like $2. I'm still gonna cash up her. You know what I mean? I'm just petty. Like you just got to do what you got to do. You can't just be having your hand out and expect nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just different, I guess. But
that's in the choosing the who you do shit for.
Yeah,
like I chose.
Now I know I didn't have to pay you back on that.
I'm really gonna do something for my friends.
Right.
But if you snake me, you snake me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't.
What it is.
I can't. I'm not gonna turn my back on you. But it's not. I'm not gonna look at you the same either. Like it is what it is.
What about your family and your friends that do bad business with you? Now you see, you was talking about business earlier. This we was in the parking lot. This funny that this circle came back around full time for me all night. But let me get to it.
That means we was meant to talk about it.
We definitely was. So we was in the parking lot, we was talking about it. Now let's take this in the instance of your family turned around and you did something out of the strength of, let's say, somebody passed. We all talking about things happen. Everybody in your family and somebody passed. And everybody ain't got the money to put that money on their tombstone. We've all done seen this come down the road. So now, you know what I'm saying, they come ask and they say, yo, I only need like a couple $100 for this tombstone. What can you do? You know, 1,500 or whatever. We only got 500, But can you give me something? You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to get it all together.
Right.
Now, mind you, these are cousins, whatever. This ain't your mama, grandma directly or nothing like that. It's a cousin, mama, daddy, or someone on the other side.
Shout out to the cousins.
Right. But that's family. You look out, y'all kick it, y'all growing up from knee high to tree high. You give them the 100, you know what I'm saying? You give them 2, like, here, bro. I'm saying, do whatever you need to do, help you pay for whatever else you got to pay for. But that's for the tombstone. Whatever you can do for the funeral, bro, that's on me. Whatever, okay? Now, we turn around in the same situation of not even a death or nothing like that. Simple, we alive. I'm sick with COVID. I need you to go to the store for me to bring me something. And he go, bro, I ain't fucking with you, man. Now you got that COVID shit.
Yeah,
I don't want no parts
you
of
ain't gonna
that.
sit on the porch for him.
He said, bro,
That's
I ain't
fucked
trying to
up.
get that COVID,
You ain't
bro.
gonna sit on the porch.
Damn, you
Yeah.
couldn't sit on the porch for him, though?
Hold on. Now, you see what I'm saying? So now what do you take in that situation when you go into how you still play your family? We done grew up. And you can understand this nigga been a germaphobe all his life. So you know this is in his nature. But it's like off the strength of me, bro. I did what you need for you. Can you not come for me for this?
But you hit the nail, though. Family would treat you worse than strangers. I had strangers. I had, and for my black people, y'all can knock me. I had white racist people help me better than my own family. That's a damn shame. I want y'all to hear what the fuck I just said, y'all. I said white racist people treated me better than my own flesh and blood. So what you just said, I'm not actually surprised. I'm not at all. So, damn. I guess we was
how it be.
I hate that though. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Do you not do nothing else with your family no more though? That's where it comes to, because now you talking about if you can do that for your family, how is your friend that thinks they family to you don't expect the same thing? So now they already prepared when they time of need to come hit you up when they need something, because you gonna be there in the clutch because you do this for family and I'm family to them. You see what I'm saying? Now you built the narrative that this person is gonna come around and they gonna come looking to get over on you at some point of period of time in your life.
Motherfucking boundaries. Okay?
Even the boundaries you said ain't gonna never get to the point that's not gonna stop somebody from going to the wall and throwing a rock at it.
That's true.
But that don't mean you have to open the window. The fuck?
Yeah, that's me, because I ain't gonna lie. If I don't never give out too much anyway.
Shit.
That's a
I ain't gonna
damn
lie, bro.
lie,
I disagree with what he just said.
Nah, word up.
Kev is a giver.
20,000%. My nigga a giver, all right?
Kev is a giver.
Very loyal.
I
He
know
did
what
some
to
shit I
give,
can't
though.
talk about. Very loyal. Nah, bro. I treat you like a brother. We ain't blood related, but I treat him like a brother. Continue.
I have people that, I'm the type of person, man. Once that shit happened like one time, then you can't, like, next time you can holler. I ain't never got it no more.
Facts.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It depends on
like I can't sit here and I'm not about to sit here and play a game with you. Like, I'm gonna let you know, damn, bro. Like,
You really
all right,
showing me
well,
your
shit, man. You already know, goddamn. But we can't do
we
nothing
only
this no
talking
more.
about peer level right now.
I tell you straight up, but we ain't doing this no more.
But yeah, and to me, it's even levels for that, for shit like that. You know, like I got a cousin I love more
You
than
know who
life,
you are.
right? And every once in a while, he'll hit me up for $10 or $20 of gas, and motherfuckers just say to me, "Oh, he on drugs and he doing this or he doing that."
Right.
I have zero fucking expectation. When he messaged me and say, "Oh, can I borrow a little bit of gas money till I get paid?" If I don't have it to give, I don't fucking give it to him. But if I'm in a mood and I have it to give, I give it to him and say, "Don't worry about paying me back."
Facts.
Because I already know
But you already know
what
that
the scenario is.
You know the scenario, right?
I don't even really feel like he's taking advantage of me.
Right.
I'm giving it charity.
Right.
I know. But it could be that, or it could be the hidden agendas and
That's what you gotta be careful about, that hidden agenda.
that shit right there. It could be a motherfucker that can very much so reciprocate back, could very much so return back, whether it's a ride, whether it's a pickup from the store, whether it's a lookout for my kid, whether it's to loan a couple of dollars, whatever it is.
Right.
And a motherfucker can reciprocate back and they choose not to, that's the motherfucker I'm gonna cut off.
Yeah.
Because
Facts.
bitch, you need my help all the time. And you could very much so help me, but you choose not to. So I don't give a fuck if you my mama. If I'm over fucking compensating and you're not returning that shit back to me, then you got to get the cut. Cause
right.
I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I got times where don't get me wrong, I am a giver though. Cause I got times where I offer my help, like she said, but it's like, it just like, if I seen somebody that I know that's broke down on the side of the road, like I'm like a real good mechanic, so
He did my brakes.
I will offer
Yeah,
I will
all
offer
right.
some assistance.
You
You know
can't
what I
help
mean?
him.
I'll offer assistance. You know, like just if I got time for it. Like if I feel like God lined me up to help you out, then I'll help you out. But like the inner circle people, because I don't chill with nothing but a lot of family. So like that's the part I was talking about. Like, you know, somebody close just doing you goddamn any
Right.
kind of way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you know we ain't doing this no more. And then I done had the people ask me again, like, yo, man. And I be like, look, bro, we ain't about to do all this shit. I got a cousin that he called me only for
Nah, I'm here to check, bro. What he just said, I disagree 95%. My nigga Kev Kev, I ain't gonna lie. My nigga Kev be helping people out. You shouldn't be helping out. Cause I know for a motherfucking fact, if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't do it back. Now I can't say the names
that's a
on the
different type of
podcast.
help. That's a different type
That's
of help.
helping somebody not
It
do
is a
something they
different type
can't
of
do.
help.
But he do it. They do it.
I knew that I can help him
it's
out.
a few. I can't say the names. Gosh, I wish I could. The level that he helped out, and I've seen it happen so many times. It be the same shit. And I saw you ask. I saw you turn around and ask for help. Oh, bro, I ain't got it. I ain't got it, man. How you ain't got it? You just I'm not counting a nigga money. You know what I mean? But you all you ask is for a little change. Brother said, I ain't got it, but you got 5 stacks in the pocket. How you ain't got it? You know who you are. Again, let me reiterate, I'm not counting another man's pocket. But what I'm getting at is, you help them out all the time, and all you ask is for a little bit of a situation, and they can't help you. What I'm getting at is for the people who's always putting their hand out and giving out energy to people who's ungrateful. I need y'all to kind of like put brakes on that. Don't give out energy to people who's not really willing to do the same thing for you. And you giving out 10,000%, and they giving out 0. At least give me back 5%. And I'm not saying I'll expect something back, but they taking advantage of you because they know I ain't gotta pay the nigga back.
One question: Is it because I'm beneficial or I'm beneficial?
It's done because of 2 reasons. One, it's beneficial for me to hone my skills, to do
If
whatever
you
I'm
fuck
doing
with me like that.
You know what I'm saying? To do it to you and show that I'm a usage to you. It's
both.
non-beneficial of the fact that I'm giving you this avenue to be able to use it later because I can do this and you can't.
That part. Okay, I see
Now,
where you're coming
okay,
from now.
so
All right,
now
all right.
Kev is a kind-hearted nature person.
Too kind.
No.
Not
I
too
just love that saying.
He's a kind-hearted nature person. And in this world, in the masses, in the minorities, there's always a minority of kind, smart, intelligent, natured people. We all can't do everything. And the whole Tower of Babel and all that, and whatever religion you want to bring it to, when before that, when organized religion was put on, have you breaking down the history and whatever story, it always breaks down to that everybody was able to communicate together at one point in period of time and work together at one point in period of time. Everybody couldn't do all the same things, and one person couldn't do everything.
Right.
Everybody needed somebody else to do something to reach the common goal of seeing heaven.
Right. Okay.
The separation that
okay.
happened amongst that is never going to stop in the fact that though you do kind, it's more people in this world that's manipulated to be negative. So let's say
I ain't gonna lie, I guess that's me, because I'm naturally more negative.
No. But you're thinking about a negative in the kindness of way. You're negative to kind people. People of kind hearts to the things that's wrong done.
Survival always, period. That's
Right,
what I'm saying. How can I
yeah.
judge another man's greed? You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like I don't
Nah,
know
you
what the
can't.
fuck he's going to do for the chicken. Like I don't know what he's going to do for a chick.
Right.
I
Okay,
can't judge that off of that. But all I can do is say, all right, you know, like you said, what he said, I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how you gonna roll off of that. That's your choice. I can't carry that.
But you've already had it once. This was already preordained. You was going to tell him you ain't got it for a long period of time beforehand. You eventually gave it to him at some point in a period of time. Because every time you go into saying you ain't got it, you like, yo, I get this nigga this one time. He ain't never got to come back to me again. And maybe if I need something, he'll look out, you know what I'm saying, and it'll work out some way or some cape. That's how everybody's mind coming to when you look at the individual and just not the fact that this is an act that I'm doing. So I'm doing the act.
That's why I was saying, from the first act,
you're just doing something to do it because that's what you're doing right
whatever
now. It's a moment.
whatever direction that take is whatever direction it's gonna go at. I ain't about to zigzag no shit. If it hit this and it go that way, then it's gonna go that way.
Right.
And that's what worked better for me because
you do it the initial and the jump.
If you give it a lot, then you'll know that you have to go by you. I know how to shortcut my shit now. Because I do a lot for a lot of people, so I know how to. I know which ones.
You know when it's coming.
Yeah, I know.
and then not only that,
you know when it's coming.
I'm always going back to the energy, and that is why I disagree with you, Tim, when you say what you say, because I feel like I believe in the law of attraction, and the type of frequency that you put out and energy you put out is what you consistently reciprocated back with, whether it was from that person or the universe provides it to you in other ways. So I feel like by Kev being a kind-hearted, giving person, it doesn't mean don't help people because people not going to reciprocate it back.
Right.
I feel like he should continue to, when he's moved, help,
Facts.
give, be of service.
I'm just
because,
of seeing
but let me see, let me finish. Because if he was not that energy,
right,
then it wouldn't have been reciprocated back by somebody like.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So he might have had done it for somebody else, and then somebody else did not do it back for him. But then you came or TK came along and said, "Bro, the nigga you helped couldn't help you, but I got you."
Right.
But what did he necessarily do for TK to do? He could have done nothing at all for TK to help him.
Right.
But because he puts that frequency out of constantly being a help or a service or see a need and handle it, then it's constantly reciprocated back to him in other ways more than outside of what he can possibly imagine or see.
I agree. 99%.
So that's why I say I don't think you need to stop. It's balance in everything.
Maybe I just see
what I'm
so
saying?
many people, good, wholeheartedly people getting taken advantage.
It happens.
Isn't this a kind of a great sadness? Like, what I mean? You ever just really just sit back, you close your face, or rather close your mouth, and you just really look, you pay attention, you analyze, and you see the good people being taken advantage and the super gremlins winning. Yeah. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I'm.
But I think that's a perception too.
Yeah,
perhaps it might be my perception.
It might seem like
okay,
that.
So let's look at it like life, right? Let's look at it like we all go through education system to age 12. I mean, the 12th grade, right? So 18, we out. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the option of being able to get a FAFSA or a scholarship to go to college, go into the military, or just go live free fall and get a job. Right? These are everybody's options between 18. You know what I'm saying, until they get 18. Or graduate, because some parents let them stay, some parents kick you out. If fuck you graduated before 18 or not, get the fuck out of my house, you 18, I don't get take care of you.
That's kind of fucked up.
It's what it is, bro.
But
it's
it is what it is.
The law is 18.
That shit
is
OD,
not to upon graduation of 12th grade, it's 18. Because some kids don't even finish school or be in school to finish 12th grade at 18.
Right.
Okay? With that being said, you only are genetically brought into the world to take care of yourself. Even Siamese twins, one of us got to go to only take care of one of us.
Right.
Because both of us can't stay together and stay alive. We missing something. And the ones that they do right now are barely able to say that you can continuously go on and do this way and it work out efficiently. Okay, we're not even far enough to say none of that. But with them people sitting there, we are at the point of, okay, so we grow up, we 18, we're out on these streets. My mama love me, take care of me. I might see 26 when she can stop filing me on the taxes and give me Medicaid for me. Okay, that she gonna take care of me in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Some of us are stuck before 18, but my parents didn't give goddamn two craps about me and didn't want me, and they put out on the streets. So survival in the mind state of how this person survived is only based on the nature of the circumstances that they passed.
That does change the situation. You put it like that. That does change the situation.
So even helping, put it to you like this, me helping the crackhead get something to eat, right? And we just gonna talk about food because nature, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is. But just getting something to eat is way different than me turning around and giving my bro $100 because he say he low. And he go and trick it off with some chick or whatever.
That's very different.
Do nothing with it.
That's very
You know
different.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right.
It's
We put it in that
different.
perspective.
But even in that part of it, I gave that shit because it's my bro. The same way I gave that to him. Giving is giving. You can't never get nothing receiving for giving because whatever you gave is going to come back to you.
Right.
This is all some type of revolution that spins around. So whatever you give is going to come back. So ever thinking that you doing something that's wrong or somebody going to get over on you, it's never the
never
It
been
makes
that.
it makes you
never
think
been
about
that.
it
When you put it in that
selfishly, if you
perspective,
think
yes.
about it like that, like for real, like you should really give it, out of the kindness if it's like that. Like why
When you put it in
am
that
I
way,
expecting-
yeah.
That's kind of, it makes you feel kind of selfish.
Right.
But that's the nature of
I'm
The
just,
person
you
we're
can
thinking
give.
about survival on our own individual way.
Right,
of
right.
being.
You can
Like,
give.
I'll go.
Just
you'll
don't be
go a
taken
different
advantage
route than
of.
I would to get a bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's your survival. That's how you survive.
Mhm.
That's how I have to look at that too.
Mm.
Some people are just built for different things. But if you get caught up with it, you got caught.
I was gonna say that's the way I make progression. Cause like if I didn't do a lot of the good stuff that I did, I probably wouldn't have a lot of stuff that I have.
Karma does. Karma
Cause
is
like
something.
man, I'm talking about. I done did everything from helping the old lady take groceries in to, throwing shit over the fence somewhere that I don't even need to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible analogy.
Like I done, but
It's understood. It's understood.
That's
but
facts,
like that shit helped me get everywhere. Like I can do a lot of shit, man. And I know it too. Like even when I go places, they be like, "Oh shit," but that's Kev. You know,
right?
Yeah.
A lot of people see me like, I just got people that look out for me, man. And it's all for me.
So be thankful for that.
You
know what I'm saying? Over the small things and the instances that have, be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at that.
So I don't never look at it like it's gonna be something that I'm not gonna do for nobody. It's like I'll tell, like I said from the start, I'm gonna tell that person, yo, we ain't doing this shit no more. And they think I'm lying about it. And then you realize like that giving person really ain't shit.
Right.
I like that about that though. Like I've said that me and a sister of mine had this conversation
I ain't shit
before.
to that person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be one of the best people y'all ever met.
Right.
I will say that I'm a person that in the past, a lot of my close friends or family felt I was being used by a lot of people, like motherfuckers always calling you for this or always need you for this. You always helping people and them motherfuckers ain't helping you, right? But what I explained to her was that like they never got over on me. Not once. They never got over on me once. Because when I think about that shit, I have superseded where they asses is at. And it wasn't because they helped me back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was because when I got out into the world and shit started happening, like I need a place to go. I got a job, but I ain't got the money right now. And a stranger just walk up to you and say, why you crying? And you just burst out and don't even never. And now this stranger just dropped $700 in your hand to help you move into your place for your kids. How can I say that anything I did was in vain or they got over on? They never got over on me. All they did was push me to continue to move forward and be helped by other people that don't even know me. So everything I did was reciprocated back.
Right.
I never felt, I could never feel like I just was used. I was never used.
Right.
The motherfuckers ain't used me. They still doing the same shit they was doing 10 years ago when people felt like they was using me.
That sound like a great sadness.
It is a great sadness. So who were they really hurting? Like a motherfucker that try to take advantage of somebody intentionally. Like a motherfucker intentionally got malice or he really ain't got no good. That individual is killing themselves because that same energy that they're putting out, I can guarantee you might not see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They might get on social media and try to flex and make it look like life is grand.
And you know who you
but
are.
no motherfucking body can convince me that bitch ain't having to get back that bullshit he put out before. You know, so you can look at it from many a ways, but how I look at it is a motherfucker could never get one up on me. They could never take advantage of me. They could never say that they used me because bitch, you didn't. You know, I did that because I wanted to. You didn't use me. I didn't do it because I wanted or needed or felt like you had to help me back. No, I did it just because I wanted to, and I saw a need and I assessed it. And that was my choice.
That's right.
And you didn't do what you needed to do with it, but that hurt you. That didn't hurt me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're coming from.
It's all.
I guess giving
growth.
be like, you know how they say
growth,
drink
right?
responsible?
Give responsibly.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
okay,
But now let's be the
absolutely.
grimy person. Y'all missing the key point. Now I'm finna be from the grimy person, right?
Mhm.
Let's say, not incriminate myself, but I need a situation where I have somebody that needs something, and I know you got it, right? But I also know you got to trust me that I don't have to pay you right now for it. Even though I'm gonna have the money right here and right now, I know I don't have to pay you right now for it. So I'm gonna take it, boom. I'm gonna go boom, 1, 2 with it, whatever. I'm gonna keep holding you off. I know intentionally I'm getting over on you right now in this moment. Now, hold on. There's a difference in what we talk about. I personally can't keep doing this over and over again because why? I'm using you for a resource and I needed you for that resource, so I can't limit and no longer have you as my resource.
Right.
So I gotta pay you again. So I gotta get you back right. So I'm gonna always, even though it's not on your time, I'm gonna get your face back. Okay. Now let's say you're not a resource to me. I take you, get mine, and I ghost. You know, the real quick one, change my number. You don't know where I stay. You don't know nothing about me. I'm gone.
Shit.
Disappearing. Because like I said, my intentions was already to be grimy on you.
Right.
So how can I be mad at the next person that turns around and gets over on me or goes with that?
That's the
intention
law of
towards
karma.
me?
That's the law of karma. That's the law of karma. Sometimes when I have bad shit happen to me, y'all, I start thinking about my past. And I'm like, damn, I might deserve this shit.
Did I put this out here?
I actually, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm grimy. I'm grimy. Like, if y'all really was to know my past, y'all
I took
judge
that
me.
L.
You
Gotta
gotta
take
judge
that
me.
L.
Sometimes you have to take an
You
L,
do.
y'all.
Shit, I used to boost. Before a part of my past life, I was a booster. I stole hella shit. Did I steal from my friends? No. Did I go in my family house and take anything? No. But over time, the motherfuckers was stealing from me. But I could, and to be honest, I didn't even get irate a lot of times because all I could think about was how many times I robbed the motherfucking stores and stole.
Karma.
So I put that energy out.
Yeah.
You know?
But did you not steal from your friend or your lookout or your play that helped you get in to get your stealing your merchandise that put you on the tab? When it told you, okay, truck come here at 9:45.
The one who worked security and let me walk out the door and the whole nine.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think about how you just get over on him because technically when they fall back on him, he got to eat that. And you ain't giving him no kickback.
That's right. That's right. And as a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, the lady that ran security, so I can't say so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I've no longer lived this lifestyle. But the lady that ran security, she actually lost her job. She ended up getting fired. Nothing happened to me. But because she was letting me and my homegirl come in there and walk out with comforters and car seats, and she's supposed to be an anonymous shopper, but she's really security. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She getting us bags. We going in with the bags in our pocketbook, filling them motherfuckers up and walking out the door. And like he just said, she lost her job. Nothing happened to me.
That's the consequence.
I didn't get a charge. I didn't get caught. I didn't get in trouble and I didn't lose my income. She did. So when shit did start happening to me, what the fuck? I gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat it, right? Because you put it out there.
Now here's the kicker. When you kick back, see, now we talking about somewhere I feel like I kick back so much, right? When you get to the point that you feel like it's no more. I kick without incriminating myself in so much, and you know the charge is over with. I did something out of the norm in my situation. I told you, you're gonna go get it by any means, bro, and I'm gonna sit here and watch you. Okay? So we sat here and we did this. Now when they broke down to it, I've already stepped beyond my point because I've already reached that point. So now we got to another point in this of how do I save you right now? Because you finna go up the wire. Now, people would tell you all type of things, a situation or whatever. Let me explain this to you. If you know the court and know the law, it's what narrative can you play? So how can you save somebody and play a narrative to keep them out of something that they did to rights caught on without some way taking some fake form of it?
Fact.
So I take the restitution part. He take the time. He was already facing the time. Okay. Now, how do I get him back right after he do this time? Or should I give him back right? Now, that's a karma. Am I good or bad on how I play the situation and how I feel?
That's a perspective. Self versus self. Right.
On itself, right? So now, everybody else in the world looking at it is like, damn, you shouldn't do shit for the nigga because the situation was fucked up. But at the same time, my malice wasn't to him. I just took my problem that I had out on him. So now, you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for that nigga to want to come holler at me? You want to come see me, come try to lay me down? You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for that nigga to have that type of energy towards me? But I know that's part of the connotation of when I took and made the decision.
The part of the consequences, right?
You know what I'm saying? So now when you do good for somebody that's not perceived as good for what you've done for them, now you're there with them. So is it wrong for me to go with, all right, he come hostile, bro, I'm going to blow him. I'm not even,
that's self versus self.
I love him. No. I love him. And I don't even have a point to have a chance to understand and tell him why, you know what I'm saying, the situation went the way it went. We have no understanding, communication, and talking about how all this went down. None of that. All we got right now is the situation, how it paid out, and how much time he got left till he come home. What you talking about right now is if I expect him to be happy about not paying the restitution and going to sit the time, where am I at?
I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
That's hard.
That's hard.
It's not hard. It's life, and everybody got life in that situation.
Life, but what I'm saying is, when you put it on that perspective, it's hard.
That's why I was trying to tell y'all.
You can't.
Now, when he said I go out my way to do like something major, I have to have enough sense to know, okay, I can help like this, and know that shit. That might not even be helping my damn self. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's
like
hard
you gotta,
because that's perspective.
You gotta think about that shit before it even happened though.
Right.
Before you even be like before I offer my help, I gotta run through I gotta go through the pages real quick and then be like, all right, well I can help out right here. You know what I mean? Like if I was to do this, if I do this like this, then it might.
I know that's a hard consequence to go by because it's like, damn, that's a lot.
It's another level of help.
That's a lot to dissect.
Help goes though. Just helping alone, just
it's another level of help.
Just handing a couple dollars.
Yeah, and how I feel about that situation is more so is just perception against perception. Because at the end of the day, we both knew what we was getting ourselves into when we made this decision.
Then you got to think about this too, like
you know what I'm saying.
Like I said, I can help an old lady take groceries in the house, which is all the way good help. Or I can do something that's like, it's like turning the water on from hot to cold. You can turn it to medium. You got some cold, you got some hot. You can turn that shit all the way hot, and then you like, you feel me? Or you can put the shit on cold.
My nigga said,
which you know you completely safe. It might be cold, but you know like my shit good.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard situation. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. That's a hard situation to actually really. When you look at the whole anecdotal situation, it's like, yo, it's always an exception to the rule. I can't look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
And the reason why I can't is because that's a dynamic picture. It's not 3D, that's like 4 or 5D. And I feel like I'm not getting the whole equation. That situation is hard.
Well, not necessarily. I have a situation recently, it wasn't to that extent. But I was doing some I was doing some shit that was illegal to get money. And it wasn't like going in the store to steal or nothing like that. It was doing some illegal shit that you needed other people to help you do. Right.
You only get so many quantities with your own name.
Right. So I had somebody that I know help out. right?
It backfired on them.
Well, not really. Like they knew what the consequences was going to be from what happened if you run off on a bill. You know what I'm saying?
And you know who you are.
They didn't follow the plan or the procedure the way you laid it out for them, right?
And well, not only just that, it's now 2 years later, and because they need something, now they feel like I
Owe them.
owe them.
Oh, I can't stand that shit.
Now we both got paid when we did what we did.
So why do I owe you something?
You got
now?
your money, I got my money,
Right.
and you got your money.
What's different now then?
But now, because
That shit, they done thought about that shit.
I'm thinking what's different now though. Like,
now
you done did
because-
this 300 times, only did it once.
Right,
You
right.
ain't look out for the cookout. We homies, you my family.
right. But this is where I fuck up because now, because I feel like they making me feel like I owe them.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna try to do this. Oh, this don't work. Okay, I'll do this. I'll give you half of it. Oh, well, no, I need this and I need that. What? No. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I'm okay with being the bad guy. I'm okay with your perception feeling like I'm the bad guy because I'm not giving no more. When we did what we did, we both knew what we were doing. We both took the risk. We both got paid. And we both had to walk away with the same exact consequence. You see what I'm saying? Nobody, you not coming to help me repair the back end of what it costs for me.
Right.
It costs for me the same thing it costs for you. So why am I responsible? Because your situation is a little different from mine. I'm now responsible. No, I'm not.
But see, there's
But
not a
I'm not.
It's not a responsibility, right? And that's where the
You could look at it as a moral type of thing. With like,
not more so in the fact of you are a person that, like you told me earlier, on a different frequency. Okay. So the same way there's a higher entity helping us move on, you are helping them. But now you made a situation that they can't help themselves out of. So now do you help them out of it? Because you're above, not in the midst of being above, but you're in a position to help them out of that situation and put them back on an even keel with you? Or do you turn around and let them feel as if you've done these pieces, but you haven't done the significant balance, even out line? You're tiptoeing up, you're stepping up to the line instead of just drawing it out like, okay, look, you did this for me. We did this. That's what put you in the bind. Here that 2 bands that put you in the crown for your credit check. Go right out. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that with direct, straight hope. Look, you're doing little by little. So I'm going to take every little by little until you give me the whole flat line, not the little by little. Because I'm not going to add up all these little by little.
Yeah, and then it's my choice to cut it off. Because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have done more if the energy came to me in a different type of energy.
So how did it come
But
to you?
because the energy came to me in such an egotistical way.
Or like braggadocious?
No, more like you owe me.
Yeah. Entitlement.
More
I'm
like
entitled to actually
bully,
have
like
that. Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
you
yeah.
gonna bully me into. It's different. See, old people used to tell me you get more done with sugar than shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Never lie
So
about that. Old people got it right now.
You can be like, Kev can right now be like, yo, get up and go get this shit out the kitchen for me. And I'll be like, hell nah. Or Kev can be like, yo, B, you mind grabbing that for me? And I'm going to jump up and I'm going to go get it. So for me, if you coming to me in a way that is negative, that is jealous or envious or
There's
hateful
a lot of that going on.
or
Jealousy and
mean,
envy.
it is now my choice on how much more I'm going to help you out of this situation.
Okay, now the chess match. Because you just brought up the point I was bringing up earlier that I kept in my mind. I brought up, okay, the person that uses somebody else that you're going to help, you know what I'm saying, to get help for them, okay? I got a homeboy. He got homegirl or whatever he mess around with.
You know who you are.
And he don't in the midst of this because I got a bunch of them that get in the same situation. But he help out, you know what I'm saying, his old lady or whatever. She got kids, whatever, and they do what they want to, you know what I'm saying? He give her money, she buy him a bunch of stuff, whatever the case may be, right? Now, he didn't start messing with Shorty or whatever. He stopped. He no longer deal with it, but he still deal with the kids, and now he grown. So they grown. We done raised blah blah blah. Still fuck with the kids. I'm kicking with them. Now Shorty asks for certain shit for the kids, like, yo, bro, kid come see him, like, yo, I need some cleats. Now the whole mind, Shorty done put in her son mind, yo, ask your mans for cleats when you see him. You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Do that for him. Get the cleats for him. Da 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 da. Now, his mind, he just getting the cleats for little man. It's not about her. Little man need cleats. Fuck with little man. He got to go practice. He need cleats. I'm going to get him cleats. It's not about his mama not being able to do it over and over again. And he gets a shit, you know what I'm saying? This has been going on for 10, 20 years, whatever.
Damn.
He get a chick, you know what I'm saying? She find out that he's still buying uniforms, cleats, throwing in tuition, da da da. This ain't even his kid. Now, mind you, this is America we in. It's not even his kid. So he turns around and he goes, he still do it. And she's like, I'm not fucking with you no more. We're not getting married if you're going to keep taking care of this kid. Now, where is he separating the fact that she's telling him, though he doesn't see it that way, that old girl is using the son to get her to take care of his son, and she not doing it. But the money and shit she gets, she pocket. He really taking care of this kid. He don't even see him in and don't spend no money except for that. He even throwing in the bill money because he give out her homie cash or whatever to make sure he got food and shit. He ain't going there with his little girl with no money in his pocket. I don't need you to have no job. You're going to be an athlete, go to school. Here, bro, go ahead. Here, take this 20, 30 up.
How's the relationship?
Him and the kid in love. They good. That's never going to be a problem between him and the kid. But now he got an outside source with this new chick he trying to build a relationship with.
And she don't see that. She don't see that.
No.
The love factor?
She don't mind the love factor. But if that's the case, then tell Shorty to give you the kid. Now, he don't want Shorty kid because it's not his.
Oh, I see
what you're saying. But you taking the situation outside of just the fact of he taking the fact he take care of this kid. This kid he take care of, if he love this kid, if it's same, and this old Shorty should accept whatever he do for that kid is the same. But that's the way we look at it. But Shorty right in her own heart. Because you take care of kid that ain't yours for a bitch or whatever you want to call it in her mind. A female that she doesn't like because she's using you because she's not taking the time, dedication, or none of these other dudes she dealing with are dealing with her son the same level you are. Or the person she laid down to make that son is dealing with the same level you are. And she doesn't want you taking advantage of.
That's see, if a scenario like that, that's a little complex for me.
It's normal to me. I see
that. I'm gonna say why though. Cause and y'all may not agree with this, but I'll say you need another girlfriend. Blood don't make you a parent.
Fact. I ain't gonna lie, I agree.
Blood don't make you a parent. And it don't matter what the mama's intentions are. It like you said, she got other dudes, other people, they not being there for this kid. This man is being there for this kid.
Does she see that? I mean, does she have a problem with that?
She's thinking that he's being taken advantage of.
Yeah, she feel like, and he very may be.
But if
he very much so maybe being taken advantage of.
That's a good exception to the rule.
But that's that's why I said I'm a little
exception to the rule.
Because I mean, hey, I take care of kids that ain't mine, and I'm a single mom. I got goddaughters, I got nieces, I got a gang. When they call me, I'm there. They got parents, they got people, but a lot of times they trust me. I've been the support. I know if I call my Aunt Brittany, this will happen. So to me, in a scenario like that, at this point, feeling like somebody is or seeing that another individual is taking advantage doesn't equate to what's actually happening between him and his child. Because that is his child.
Right. And
that is his child.
That's how he's gonna see
Absolutely.
it. And the fact that she as a woman, even a friend, don't see it that way, even if she might see that, you get taken advantage of. If you see that this man is actually have a respectable relationship with this child, at some point you gotta respect it. And if she don't, then I agree with you. Maybe you do need to find another fucking woman.
Because at the end of the day, why are you so bothered by that? Why are you so bothered that you feel that this female is taking advantage of me? Right. Why? Because you probably feel like it's taken away from you.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got a female that got a problem with you overdoing for a kid.
And shout out to all the niggas who's actually doing shit like
Please,
that.
shout
out to y'all, because I ain't gonna lie. That's some real
say
shit.
a lot about a man that step up and is there for a child he did not birth into this world. I'm gonna go for that man over the one that's he probably even taking care of his own. It take a different type of person to really step in for a child that they didn't make. That's just my opinion. So
and you know who you are.
I think it's a fine line in a scenario like that. That hoe just have to go. Like you can't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't understand what's going on between this is my kid. Just because I didn't birth him, this is my son.
And that goes reverse wise too. If it wasn't a man, it was a woman situation.
Same thing.
You know, same concept.
Same thing. A guy cannot come in my life and say, you do too much for these kids. These not your kids.
Have you ever had that though? Have you ever had Oh hell
he gone.
It's real. It's a real situation.
Well,
bro.
I'm doing a little bit too much. You really had a nigga who did
my ex told me, listen.
Boy, it's real, bro.
Listen.
That's kind of like
he asked me,
doing too much.
What are your emotional attachments? Who are your emotional attachments? How many do you think you have? I said, well, my mama, my kids, 3 at the time, that's 4. My sister, my brother. Like those are my emotional attachments.
Right.
My godchildren, you know. I have emotional attachments to these people. And you know what he said? Oh, that's too many. You need to get rid of some of them.
What?
Bitch, what?
You don't have enough to him, you don't have enough emotional space for him.
Well, but which was not true because I was with him every single day.
Well,
and emotionally with him every
It's like he got a controlling problem though.
Well, he got abandonment issues. He got abandonment issues.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? The people that needed to be there to take care of him were not there. You know what the parent was doing? One of the female parent was doing what I'm doing, building a business, being an entrepreneur, and not having time for her kid. Now her kid get older and get with me. And what I'm doing, building the business, being an entrepreneur, not focusing primarily only on him. But even though I was still giving him my time, still giving him my conversation, still having regular sex, still going out to eat a couple times a week for QT, walking at lakes, really spending time, all they can see is the trauma of... You know what I'm saying?
Right. For the men out there who have abandonment issues, if you really come to the understanding that you have that, get help.
Seriously.
Get some help. Females too.
Seriously.
Females can have abandonment issues, but just get some help. Definitely unpack to your psychiatrist, psychologist about what's really going on. Because that's a lot when you have abandonment issues. I've seen a lot of relationships very toxic because of that.
You self-destruct like that.
But you got to get good with yourself.
Right?
So I tell anybody in any part of, because depression is real and any face anxiety is really just depression and you proceeding something that's making you not able to take care of it. You got to be good with every decision you make, no matter what it is, right, wrong, and different by anybody else's. You made that decision at that time. It was the best course of action at that time, and that's what it was. You can't do nothing else from it after that. So whatever happens after that, you make the right decision from that time and go forth on that. Whatever happened behind that, you learn from it and before you make the next decision. But what happened is not, because I went out to last night and it was a party and it got cut down at 12 o'clock. I'm not going to go out tonight because the party probably going to get shut down at 12 o'clock tonight. With that, that's what you're going to bring into yourself. So if you take only yourself in the fact that, okay, I made the decision, this happened this time, I make this decision, and whatever happens, happens. That leaves you past all the rest of it. And that simply alone is the only course of life you really got to take, because anything else just makes you not yourself because you're worried about what everybody else thinks.
Yeah,
don't do that.
You releasing the expectation, like we said earlier. You're not putting the expectation. You can't expect that it's gonna happen the way that you imagined that it was.
That's why if I did something, I made sure that I have my best intention to do whatever I did. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it's good or bad.
Because a lot of people ain't. Some people have intentions unconsciously. They don't know what the fuck they doing. They being jellyfish and they just following the current.
But this another thing
life.
though. This another thing though. Like this is a way that this is something that you learn from the topic of giving to somebody that basically don't give back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is another thing you learn, right? Now, you just gotta make sure that you like 100% know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can like that's just like in the negative aspect. If one of my homies has some beef, I'm like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, now if you giving it to this person, it don't matter. Like you gotta make sure that they got enough sense to know what they doing. In the negative, like
but you can't help what somebody.
Common sense.
You can't help what somebody else's actions might be.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't help that. I
You
would
gotta
say
be able to eat that
that's
action after you
basically-
hand it to him.
Yeah,
that's
right.
When you
basically
hand it
what-
to him, you got to be able to eat that. If he get caught with this gun, he gonna tell them motherfuckers he gave it to
But
you.
you, that's what I'm saying though. You just gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared for the decision that you're gonna make whenever you helping somebody out.
facts.
So I never really try to get myself into a situation where I'm giving to a point where I'm probably gonna look at that shit later like, what?
I know one thing though.
That's one thing I never try to do. I never try to give to that limit.
Right. What I learned from this episode so far is, maybe I had my blinders on, but I guess you have to give responsibly to receive responsibly. Sometimes you don't want something from everybody. It could be something good,
Yeah,
bad.
it
They
does
could
sound
have,
like what it
and
is.
prime example, I had a situation where somebody gave me a gift and I put it in their mama's mailbox. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. You know what I mean? I don't want gifts from everybody. So that's what I take from this episode. CK, I know you got some trap tales. Tales of the trap. Go ahead.
A quick one. You want me to give him a quick one?
Yeah, bless. Hey, one time.
Yeah, tell from the trap real quick.
Yeah.
Boy, I got a billion of them, but let's keep it simple.
Hey, anybody know
Well,
me?
we're gonna talk about a connect tale. Okay, so now we got a product, right? And the product is substantially not the greatest grade amongst the normal standard of what everybody's looking for.
Right.
Okay, but it's an
I
acceptable.
like how he's telling that
stage.
story. Hold on,
Yeah.
go ahead, continue. I'm like, okay, greatest grade, 1,000 different motherfucking type of products came in my brain, but continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. So the merchandise that you have can still, because of the clientele you have, sell at a certain rate. Okay. Now the business is booming, whatever the case may be, until now the products downgrade from the last quality of products from previous shipment. So now you have this new shipment in, you know what I'm saying, and it doesn't move.
My nigga
Okay.
going to detail. What part of Chicago you from again?
Southside,
Okay,
born
South.
and raised,
Okay,
went to
okay.
Hales Franciscan
Continue, motherfucker, continue.
High School. Okay. So when you take this product that doesn't have the same quality as the previous product,
Slows business down.
initially, okay, until you initially turn around and cut the number
Talk about it.
to make the product move faster. Okay. Now let's say we're in a situation, and like I say, we all in here, and me, you, and Kev move, right? Tim, you don't move, but Tim, you smoke. And I'm gonna just use that as in the product of tobacco and not any other non-legal substances we talking about.
I like that. He made that PG, but continue.
Okay. So you smoke, right? And with the fact that you smoke, you know what I'm saying, you got your own friends or whatever that make a move.
Right.
Now I got this product. It's really not moving, but you got some other people that you move around that don't smoke on a normal quality you do, but they smoke on a layer grade, but you never had it around. They like it. They enjoy it. Now, I turn around and go, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal, you know what I'm saying? I give you this little extra one, you know what I'm saying? You take
Right.
100 for it.
Right.
Okay, you sit around, you at work, you know, say Britt hit you up like, yo, you know what I'm saying? She like this quality of it. So you got any more of that shit you had? Now I just made you into a worker for me because now you like, okay, well, cool. Britt.
Whether
You know
if
what
I
I'm saying?
realized it or
Or
not.
Right, because now Britt, you going ahead, go ahead, Britt, you know what I'm saying? Well, I got it from my man. She don't really fuck with nobody. I want to deal with your client. That's your peoples. You deal with your peoples, bro.
Right.
I just give it to you, bro. You just need it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to stress about it, bro. I get it to you. You my mans. Don't worry about having your money up front with me, nothing, bro. I fuck with you, bro.
Right.
You my mans. Just come holler at me. Tim, you know what I'm saying?
That's still dangerous, though. No, read between the lines what you just said, but continue.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic in it. But you my mans. So I got you, okay? Now, you just do your 1-2 with Britt, you know what I'm saying? And you're in your mind, I'm not going to get over on Britt, okay? Now, Britt get linked up. DJ like shit Britt got, right? Now, DJ and Britt chilling, you know what I'm saying? Britt like, oh, shit, da-da-da-da. Oh, I can really come up because this nigga and mine been paying the same price Tim been paying everywhere around, but Tim been giving it to me for the deal. So now, I got everybody else working for me. Now, here's where the kicker comes. He runs off on Britt because he realized he can get it from you for this cheaper than the number the Brit's paying him for. Okay? So he runs off, comes directly to you. Now I still lost my money on this because Britt's short on you and you just supplied him, so Britt don't have a client to supply.
It sounds like somebody capitalized.
Hold on, but it's not the capitalization. I just made an inner circle triangle problem.
Oh, but the question is, was it?
But how do I fix this solution from my end?
This happened?
Yes, this happened in numerous times in situations in my life. So I've walked this rodeo more than once.
Did you have this different outcome more than once?
Yes, because I took different actions more than once. Okay. See, there's way more options on how to handle this situation.
That's a weird, I ain't gonna lie.
It's not a weird situation.
I ain't gonna say it's weird, it's just
it's a normal dynamic to anybody else that has walked out this street and had any product. This includes alcohol on the bootleg tip.
Right.
And have had this out here and it's strange of trying to internet with clients and not be in his face.
I'm
the
gonna go
one
to
that wants
such
to
and
be a
such.
show, if you wanted to be out there, I can eliminate all this problem because I would directly interview with anybody. But to be in the hidden and to be in the sideline and not be seen, I had to have proxies go and move this for me.
Gotta have proxies.
So with the having the proxies in this trap story we talking about, the dynamic just hit the all small triangle. It has nothing to do with this triangle we got right here. How do I fix the dynamic? So I can be in a situation. TK short now. I know these plays over here, they not copying, you holding on because they not getting from you, he not getting from her, and he not coming from you because he trying to figure out how to get it from. I got TK. I sent TK to play each one of y'all. Now I just put another in the chain in this whole situation. This is the dynamic.
You created a multiple domino effect.
Because I can.
Now
most people won't do that.
No.
They will take the easiest
Because it's too much. That's too much work. That's too much work.
Because the easier option is for me to directly sell to each one of y'all. Now I just put myself.
But you put yourself out there. The proxies is I see what you're saying.
So the lesser of your two evils, or still said playing in the field. Why? Because I can always be the safety net to fix all business. Once I run out of proxies to come fix this network of problems, I have to be, because it's the only way I can save the bad business that's going on this way.
That's outstanding entrepreneurship.
That's definitely outstanding entrepreneurship. Let me give him a round of applause if he went through some crazy ass shit like that in the past, selling his tobacco.
My boy put it together like a book.
That is outstanding.
That's a domino effect.
Because you have to know how to assign jobs. Yeah,
it's sometimes you don't want to necessarily assign, because you know how people work. You know who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with. You know how you can play to a person's advantage of their strengths and or weaknesses. So that's a lot
all of that, and he is aware that he is the key player.
Well, that takes, my friend,
he is the key
level
player,
of,
and at all times he has to make decisions that are beneficial and protective over himself to
Not
keep him
nobody else.
that takes somebody to be analytical. That's some analytics right there. You really got to know you got to have some self-discipline to handle some shit like that. That's a lot of damn.
Yeah.
Why? Because
and have a contingency plan.
Why? Because I can push you just the harder product. I can force y'all to change what y'all are smoking on. You're no longer going from Marlboro Lights. You're going to Marlboro Menthols to Newport. From Newports to
Newport 100.
No. You're talking hundreds. We're going to talk about USA Golds with some cloves. We're talking 9, 10, 15. Lucky. We're going to now, I still got to be able to give you a L&M in this situation. Or USA Gold. I still got to be able to come back to you and give you a Paul Mall just because that's your favor. But I gotta be able to force you to be able to still come buy this Newport because that's your the be all of this small ball light. I have a dependable, reliable product for you to come to.
You know when they gonna buy that Newport?
Yeah.
After a little while.
After a little while, they're gonna get tired of that Marlboro Light. It's not hitting the same as that Newport they had 2 weeks ago.
This is a very, very intriguing stories of the trap. I really do, y'all. The Newports, y'all.
Hey, that's deep.
Some deep shit, y'all. When I look back on this, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? This man ODing over the situation. You know what I mean?
L&M's gonna really run off the shelf then, but the Newports would be like
the Newports would be selling like Lucy's.
No, they gonna buy a bunch of. No, listen, they gonna buy a bunch of L&M's, but they ain't gonna have to be Newports for you because they needed Newports. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, right? If the L&M's are jumping off the shelf, right, and you got L&M menthols and reds jumping, booming, right?
Right.
Okay. How is it to take the whole L&M supply out? Change the number and the dynamic on the price of the L&M and only push the Newport, only force the Newport into the market, right? Then turn around and get them so hooked on the Newport that you pull the Newport, push the L&M back in, and hold the Newport for them later that they had to earn their way to get back to the Newport.
That's just me. He understand the market and the customer.
That's cornering the market
right
pretty
out.
nice.
That's all that means.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's
what
but
they
it's not
do
understanding.
in America.
It's forcing it. You're not understanding.
But you don't taking away the option.
That's cornering.
That's still understanding
this. It's subconsciously.
I'm gonna tell you what this is right here.
Because they don't see that it's being forced. But
it's
you know.
It's like when COVID hit and I use good tissue. But you know what I'm saying? Damn.
Okay. Time out. Time out.
He went
like,
from...
Ain't nothing left but
what you be like? Good tissue to wipe your ass.
I'm using Charmin, but ain't nothing left but some damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what's the cheap tissue called?
Dollar General shit. I don't know.
But I'm still gonna
teddy
buy
bear
that
tissue.
Shit. Hey, look. I'm still gonna buy that shit because I need it.
You need it.
Well, let me alley-oop this. Sis, what's the motivation of the day? What you got? Something that's motivating?
The motivational message for today is related to the topic at hand, and I touched on it earlier in the conversation, but I want to piggyback on it again, and that is understanding that we are energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything around us is energy. And being aware of your energy and the intention of what you put out is probably the most dynamic probability on a great success. Mm. And when I say that, what I mean is that, like I said earlier, be the energy that you want to receive.
Mm. Okay, what you give.
Everybody is different. Okay. I desire to be loved. I desire for people to be understanding and empathetic. You know, my loved ones, the ones that are around me.
Right,
you know,
right.
I desire to be supported. And because I desire those things, not only do I do them for people that I love, but I show up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
because if you don't, who the hell will?
Right. But when you constantly serve the need within yourself, you never have to be weary or in worry of other people not reciprocating back to you. Mm. You'll always be in an internal peace because you're constantly serving yourself. Okay. So be that energy. Show up for yourself. Be patient with yourself. If you do some shit that you feel like is fucked up, forgive yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Right. You know, like, damn, I could have made a better decision, but you know what? I really did the best that I felt at the time. Now at this time, I would do something different and move forward. Mm. Stop beating yourself down, because when you do that, you begin to now attract that energy of other people beating you down, judging you, because enough of that shit is going to happen anyway.
Already.
So at the end of the day, my message is just that. Be the frequency that you want to receive for yourself. Stop worrying about being able to help other people or do this for other people or just be the best that you can be for you.
Mhm.
If you can help, great. If you can't, don't feel bad. But more importantly, show up for you before you show up for everybody else. And that is my motivational
like
message for it.
Facts.
Because then you'll lose yourself in a sense if you just don't show up for yourself.
You have to. You know, you gotta date yourself. You gotta enjoy your own conversation. You know, you have to see yourself as of where you want to be.
Right.
You can't feel broke and think you gonna get wealthy.
Right.
You
That's
have
facts.
to feel wealthy before you actually become wealthy. But in order for you to feel wealthy, you got to feed yourself those positive thoughts of wealth, not just actually physically have it.
Self-affirmation is definitely important. You're right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, I love these topics. I'm gonna alley-oop this, Kev, before I start closing. Like, subscribe, share, click that bell. Kev, I know you ain't did your homework, motherfucker. I know you didn't. What's the news of the week?
I mean, well, I'm gonna just throw this out there. You know, I'm more like the science tech geek shit, man. So
Okay, let me hear the news of the week, bro. So don't be.
I told y'all about the massive solar flare or whatever, but it has destroyed over like 20 or 30 of Elon Musk's satellites.
Oh, you talking about the Neuralink shit? You talking about the Neuralink?
Yeah, like, so if you're driving Tesla and all that, you know what I'm saying? It just go to show you
what's going on.
You know, technology varies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, like I said, like, I know this is random.
Nah,
shit,
ain't random. It's the highlight of the week, y'all. These Neuralink satellites.
You know, if you really just check out, like, you know, worldwide, like, the events like this keep happening, you know, it might not be no internet or some shit like that.
But time out. I ain't gonna lie, y'all ain't ready for that. No
internet. It's product over quality, though.
I just can't imagine what it'd be like for everybody if it was like no internet. Imagine if the internet
people
was down
already
for a
addicted
week.
to the internet.
You know what I mean?
That you got a good point. Okay,
It would be a problem because they've created society to function off
the
of
internet.
technology.
Yeah,
But
No
we
GPS.
we can go back.
You know,
But that would be
like
the
it's-
difficulty.
It seemed like it's
It kind of
real
would be
random.
difficulty though. Like, I ain't gonna lie,
It
you
would.
scare me. Think about this.
Your phone wouldn't
It
work.
seemed like it's real random, but you just know, you know, you gotta think about if you was on the road and you was like, yeah, where the spot at?
That's what I was just about to say. And the GPS ain't working. I gotta do the same shit my granddaddy used to do.
Granddaddy-
Drive an
You're not
18-wheeler
thinking about-
Follow
with no
mile markers.
GPS.
Wait a minute.
And
Follow
actually
mile
follow
markers.
that
I'll
map.
follow the map, Tim, and I'm
Some-
not your granddaddy age.
I ain't gonna
okay?
lie, y'all. Well,
It's just crazy.
We can
It's
do
just
it.
Tim,
crazy.
you're a truck driver. How
I ain't
many
gonna
miles?
always follow that damn map. Sometimes you look at that map like, what the hell?
It just show you how
man.
time works, because something can happen light years away.
Let me ask you this question, sis. Do you utilize that map more than the GPS?
Now?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Okay, that's all I want to make sure.
No.
I utilize the map probably 2-3 times a year.
But
I
I
ain't
can
gonna lie
tell
to
you
you.
this.
I don't remember
I'll
last time I
never,
seen
I'll
that.
never feel like, I'll never feel like because things start changing in the world that I can't adjust.
Facts.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Never.
ready. You gotta be
Yeah,
prepared to
facts.
adjust.
I'll never feel like that. If I need to get somewhere and this phone don't work and I don't have access to GPS, I'm going to get a
But
map.
I do have a high level of
I'm still
respect
going to go.
for those back in the day who had no GPS at all. It's like you had to. It's like back in the day, and you know, like it's a whole different level of respect. No GPS at all. You just
Hold
use
on,
a map
Tim,
for
Tim,
everything.
Tim, Tim.
Bro, yes.
Question-
It's not
I mean,
that
I'm just
hard.
saying. I'm not saying this. I mean, I know how to use a map. Don't
Yeah.
get it conflicted. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. Like, yo, wait a minute. I don't mind using the GPS. Maybe maybe I'm being lazy. I am. Yeah, I get that. But to just always use the map, like, some places I memorize. 95% of the places I go at, I memorize when I'm driving the truck, right? But I'm not always. I'm gonna go ahead and use the GPS first. When I went to Philly, I used my map. My first time going to Philly, driving an 18-wheeler in Philly, I used my map. All right, I'm good. But I'm also still not just using a map to go to Philly. I'm using another a GPS to go to Philly. I'm using another GPS to make sure the bridge ain't too low. I'm using another GPS to make sure I could bring this hazardous goods down this road because my truck is 104,000 pounds. You know what I
And
mean? Like it's
GPS
other,
does
and the
alert us
GPS
when
does
there's
not alert.
traffic and things
Right,
like that,
right.
right.
So it's levels to that. So,
But you got to think about it like this: with the person who did not want to purchase the map, right?
Mhm.
The lazy person that didn't want to spend the money, couldn't afford to buy the map. What did they do? They went into the gas station and asked gas station attendant for the nearest person, the directions of which way they were trying to go if they knew how they was getting it.
Mhm.
And they asked until they found the directions they needed to get to a point. And if they got lost along the
They
way,
stopped again.
they stopped again and
That's
asked
very,
somebody
very
else.
true. That's
Yep.
very,
So
very true.
now when you
Because that
talking-
map ain't always right. Atlas, you
If
be
it's not
fucking up
updated,
sometimes.
you
You
gotta
know what
check
you're
the
doing.
dates. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So the world shutting down because the GPS is broken is only for those who don't have a thought process enough to ask for direction.
I only agree from 50%. I'm trying to get my black ass back home. Can you imagine me stopping 4, 5, 8 times for directions?
I've done it.
Hell no.
That's
I don't
why
feel
I
like
started
doing
laughing,
it.
'cause
I
I've
don't feel
done
like
it.
doing it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get back home, you know? Granted, if I don't have the map or GPS,
Mhm.
I will be doing what he just said.
I don't know
Stop
about
at
y'all. I
the
miss OnStar shit.
that all-star guy.
Hey, I'm over here.
I forgot
I'm
about
in the cut.
OnStar.
I need to get back. Y'all know where I'm at. Put it on. Put it on.
At
Well, I
Lazy
started traveling
inside
at
of shit.
16, and we didn't have OnStar when I was 16.
Shoot.
I didn't even have a smartphone or anything like that. I had a pager. It was
The
You
pager?
kept your pager?
You had a pager?
That's what we had. We didn't have cell phones when I was 16.
You got a page and a
like-
payphone change.
I
And then
ran
you
my-
I had
you got a phone
payphone,
card,
right.
payphone card, and you go to the payphone and hit the number. Now, if you was smart and you had somebody that worked for AT&T or Bell South, whichever
Bell
one you want to call for, Ameritech, they had a butt phone. So you was smart enough to keep the pay on the bottom of the payphone, bypass
That's some
paying
old
it,
head shit for
go
real.
ahead,
That's
hit on the
some-
phone, make your phone call, wrap your butt phone back up. But that
Gosh.
was a level of knowledge that was given to certain people. If you wasn't a kid, you would walk around, you pinch your 35 cent.
Right.
Telephone man didn't think none of it. But if you
Mhm.
was a kid on the phone really using the pager, and he needs something, you looked out for him and looked out, he hand you that butt phone because now when he in the neighborhood, he feels safe. That's the give that you've been talking about with no
With
expectations.
no
Gosh,
expectation.
okay.
So if you
Yep.
give good energy out into the world, you receive so much other than the
That's
stuff
all
you
about
thought
it.
about getting.
That part.
You receive other avenues to do stuff. You see what I'm saying?
He's
can
talking about
talk
a whole different time. We talking about yellow page times. You know
But
what I
we're
mean?
not
Ain't no
talking-
more
it's
yellow
not a
pages
different
no more.
time right now because the same man that does the same thing I just told you about works in the same place.
No, I'm saying it's a different time because the people around my age or younger don't even know what the fuck a yellow book is. Like a yellow
No,
page.
hell
They don't
no.
even.
Well, I was
Pager, they
just
don't
throwing
even-
them on the porches probably 7 years ago.
But
So
some people don't. I'm telling you, some people just don't know. The page thing I can't relate to.
Damn.
That just shows how, and I ain't calling my sis old, you know.
Yeah,
you
they
can't
don't
even
know what
relate
phone
to a
book
burner
is.
phone that you pay $100 for that had 10,000 minutes on it.
No, but I can
200,000
relate.
minutes
I
on
can
it.
relate to the paying for the ringtones. Gosh,
Yeah.
pay for the ringtone, and you pay for ringtone. You know what I mean? I guess. I'm in that generation
I pay
where
for ringtones.
oh, you
dog.
pay. God,
I
We
did too.
fly
I
high.
still do.
But y'all was
No
paying for
lie.
text, but I didn't text you.
that was the first ringtone I had.
We were paying
Kiwi.
for minutes, paying for
Gosh,
text,
Gosh.
waiting
times-
until 9 to talk, and then they changed it to 7.
Doesn't
So you
count.
talk
I-
after 7. Yeah.
I just want to go back. I just want to go back.
Should have
real
them
quick.
conversations.
So like,
God.
you see how everybody is pondering. But this is why a small topic like what I picked is something that I would read, throw out there for people because it already like right now we're already getting prepared for something like this happening because like we all starting to talk about it. It's being thought of, but that's our time where, like I said, this event happened light years away, and it just show you how fast time can move. You know what I'm saying? That's,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That's fast.
Fact.
Yeah.
I gotta put some respect. I put some respect on everybody at this table. I gotta put some respect on your name. I had the thought that my homeboy Kevin just didn't do his homework, yet he did. That part, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and hopefully I could bounce back. I hope that y'all be safe. No drinking and driving. You know who you are. Deuces, love, arrivederci. Don't let the door hit you in the booty cheeks.
And we out.
And we out.
Peace, y'all.
Some,
How long was the episode, Aaron?
Long.